Much love, peace, and blessings to all the entities out there, everywhere, no matter where you are. I'm here. There goes that again. I'm here to make another installment or edition of some of the books from my library, just to give some references out there to some people that are interested in some interesting reading. I don't only have reference books, as you saw in many of the other videos I made in this series. I also have fiction books and other types of non-fiction books and so on and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and just offer some food for thought if you're looking for interesting stuff. Some of the books that you can look up. And by interesting, I mean things to make you think. And not only that, but a lot of these books are pretty good books. Um, the first one here, 2,000 Years of Space Travel. 1963 it was published. This is an older book. And a lot of the stuff that's talked about on these videos and radio shows, Blog Talk Radio, these interesting conversations that people have, this guy was talking about in 1963. And of course, there were others. This isn't the only guy here, but this is just goes to show that a lot of the information that people think is new and just awe-inspiring is not really all that new. Nothing new under the sun is been said so many times before. Another good one, and it's quite old too. And I forget the date of this one. I'm gonna look it up. 1965. But it's called The Gospel, God, Man, and Truth. Not very good. Not very good. Not a very big book, so you can easily read it in a day, especially if you absorb quickly information, connect dots quickly. May take you several days if you enjoy taking your time, which I do with certain books because part of it's the journey to me. It's not the destination, and it's pretty good. We'll check that out if it strikes interesting. Another one, Celtic Myth and Magic. It's a pretty good book. Basically, it's a dictionary of many words, names, titles, phrases, where they come from, whether they're Welsh, Anglo, Celtic, Irish, Scottish in nature, and it goes on into a lot of the myths and legends of the Gaelic, I should say. And it's a pretty good book. It's somewhat of a reference book. It's got very good, interesting information that can help you have a better understanding or understanding so that things can be understood on this type of knowledge anyway. It's more of a reference book than anything else. Another one, Foundations of High Magic, a Magical Philosophy. This book right here, I found it's different than some of the other philosophies out there when it comes. The title will deceive you. Foundations of High Magic. Book's not really about magic. It is a certain philosophy on life, how things work, kind of the cosmology, how the sciences and the mathematics come together. In other words, if you don't know what I'm speaking about, do a little bit of research. Seven liberal arts and sciences. Another great book. And this man here, this entity, I feel has never gotten the recognition that he deserves. And this book right here, I find very interesting, very fascinating. It is The Fantastic Inventions of Nikola Tesla. And inside the book, it's not just words, it actually has the diagrams of a lot of the stuff that he invented. And, you know, there's actually quite a bit of it that's used today, and he never saw any money from it. If anybody knows the patent race and how it's pretty much dog eat dog, you pretty much know how he slipped into his depression towards the end of his life. He tried to provide free energy for the entire humanity on this planet and was beat out by a corporation, basically. And it is a real sad story. Very, very intelligent entity. He claims that he got received a lot of his information from spirit, for lack of a better word. I'll just put it at that. No matter where you go with that, you can apply it how you will. Another good one. This is just it's pretty good. It's not like the Encyclopedia of Freemasonry that I had in the other video. It's some of the stuff that I found in it was more propaganda than an actual citing of actual material and facts. But Freemasonry and its ancient mystic rites. It's a pretty good book. It's not a very big book. Much like the other books that I showed in the beginning, you can read it in a couple days. If you're a fast reader, it may take a week if you're a slow reader. But it goes through many of the different cultures, older ancient cultures, and how a lot of their symbology ties to the symbology of Freemasonry. Like Freemasonry is an amalgamation of the symbols taken from all of these different cultures and used. It's an expression of a language that doesn't require letters. It requires symbols because a symbol can have way more than one meaning. So you're not confined to writing paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs to describe one thing. You can just have one symbol, and an individual's imagination can take off with that symbol. So it's a pretty good book. Another good one here, and it's a older book as well. Find the date of this book. 1959. Now, this book is titled Theories of History. And this book right here, I found it was $1 at the library sale. And this was one of the more interesting books. We've all heard the alternate story conversations and books that are written, Michael Cremo and all of these different individuals that take these anomalous artifacts, as archaeology calls them, and puts them into a book and tries to connect dots and tries to prove a point with these anomalous artifacts, which there's it, it gets the wheels turning, cleans out the cobwebs. But this is an older book of what is nowadays termed forbidden archaeology, alternate history, and theories of history. It's a pretty good book, as a matter of fact. You might not be able to find it in print anymore, I'm not sure. But alright, this video is about to end, and I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video here because I got some more to go, and I'm gonna continue on. I have, of course, classic writings and all kinds of other stuff, so I'm gonna make several videos, and I'm also gonna make several videos this evening dealing with some other issues, basically one in dealing with a video I put out last night. But much love, peace, and blessings, and I'll be back here in a minute.